What's up, guys? Dan from The New Travel here in Guatemala City. For those of you who have been watching my videos in order, this is actually the same day as my last video, which is when we got back from the volcano hike near Antigua. It's a pretty incredible place to be. I mean, we see everything from up here, huh?
Yeah, seriously.
Kind of feel like you're on top of the world. So this morning we got on a shuttle bus, we took it all the way to Guatemala City. So Nari's having a nap right now in the hostel. But I couldn't wait to go out and explore because this is a city I don't know a lot about, but I've always been interested to learn more about. So here we go. My first adventure was buying these peanuts. I got a bunch of candy-coated peanuts for 10 Quetzales. I don't know if that's a fair price or not, but they're really good, so I'm happy with that purchase. So guys, when you're in a new city or a new country, especially a place like Guatemala City that doesn't really get that many foreign tourists, your guard is always up. I mean, you always want to be a bit extra secure with your possessions and stuff like that because things could happen. But at the same time, you don't want to be cynical and you don't want to think everyone's out to rob you or that everything is really sketchy. You want to have an open mind. So I find travel is kind of about finding the balance between being safe, being smart, but also being accepting of a new culture and kind of not assuming the worst when you don't have to, because I find most people, most places are good if you give them a chance to be. With that being said, I do walk around with a big camera in my hands, so I have to be aware of what neighborhoods I'm walking around. And from the bit of research I've done, the area I'm in now, Zona 1, is quite safe and quite tourist friendly, you know, at least before the sun goes down. Fun fact about those school buses, most of those actually come from Canada. They're old Canadian school buses that have been taken down to Guatemala. Here they call them chicken buses because I think the idea behind it is that anyone can ride the bus and you might be sitting next to someone holding a chicken. But yeah, they're cheap means of transport. Some of them have lights and like special artwork on the side and look pretty cool. But yeah, most of them actually came from Canada, which is a little interesting fact for me. But enough about buses. This is a bit sadder, but do you see that flag? Is that half-mast? You see the flagpole goes further up. That's because of the volcano that erupted and completely devastated some communities, and it really is a national tragedy for Guatemala. So once again, my heart goes out to the people who are affected. I did manage to find a GoFundMe page that can help assist people in Guatemala if you're interested in helping. So this is the National Palace, quite a pretty building. And that across from us is the cathedral. So yeah, a very impressive central square. Okay, so we went up past the market, we saw the cathedral. This is the Central Park next to the palace. And from what I hear, 6th Avenue is a really nice walking street. But yeah, I think I'm gonna run back to our hostel and grab Nari because we only have one day in Guatemala City before flying back to Mexico. And I'm not gonna let her sleep through the whole day. So I'm gonna go wake her and then we're gonna come back and check out that street. In the meantime, I'm gonna eat the rest of these peanuts. So guys, why am I in Guatemala City? I mean, I didn't have to come here. We could have just gone straight from Antigua back to the airport and then back to Mexico. In fact, that's what a lot of tourists do. A lot of them just skip Guatemala City. But for me, travel's never really been about chasing the same experiences as everyone else. It's always been about trying to find new experiences and trying to show old places in a new light. You know, if other people say they don't want to go to Guatemala City, well, that makes me want to go there more, you know? Because every city has something beautiful to offer. Every city has something unique. And I hope with our short one day in Guatemala City, we can show you a little bit about what makes this place unique. And there are a ton of pigeons right on top of me, so I do not want to get bird poop on me. And because there's nothing unique about that. And listen guys, like I can't lie to you. There's barbed wire fence above the door to our hostel. So the security concerns, the problems this city has are real. But my objective is always to look for the good. So that's what I'm going to focus on today.
Yeah, he's the master here. La guerra con la llave. Subite vos, loco. Ay, vos no.
Oh!
Policía,
Not
policía.
bad, not bad.
Ahí va pues.
What's your name, my friend?
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber. Nice to meet you, Justin Bieber. Mucho gusto.
It's good.
See you guys later. Okay, so I'm back. I brought Nari with me, awake from her nap. I was telling them about your nap. Was it a good one?
So I'm angry, very angry.
Very angry, why?
Because you woke me up.
Okay, we're gonna walk up 6th Avenue, Zona 1, Guatemala City. There's a cool feeling to this street. It kind of reminds me of Mexico City. Do you get that feeling too?
Where in Mexico City?
Like historical district? Check it out, babe. We didn't make it to Tikal, but we found the Cine Tikal. That's the closest we're gonna get.
This looks amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's a really nice building. Maybe it's a law court?
Yeah.
33rd anniversary of the Constitution, political constitution of Guatemala.
Looks like there is a big here.
Black coffee, 3 quetzales. Remember what we paid in Antigua? Like 15 sometimes.
Yeah, 10, usually 10.
10 is the cheapest. So after walking around for a bit, started to get hungry and saw something a bit different. It was like a Arabic kind of bakery. And check out what we got for only 35 quetzales.
I got avocado smoothie
And
and this ham and cheese.
ham and cheese pastry. Oh,
I don't know what this, but
looks
yes.
good. I got a coffee,
3 quetzales.
only 3 quetzales, and check this out. A falafel with hummus. And I think part of the reason I wanted to go to Guatemala City is to find a place like that. I mean, it's just a unique little bakery full of Guatemalans, you know, not full of tourists, not paying 20 quetzales for a coffee or anything crazy like that. Just having I guess a slightly more local experience. And even though we didn't have a lot of time in this city, I feel like we got a nice little taste of Guatemala City, just walking around. I think it's a place that shouldn't be overlooked. If you have the time, not everyone's gonna have the time to stop here, but if you have a chance, I mean, this is a really beautiful neighborhood. As always, guys, I'm Dan from The New Travel. See you soon when we are back in Mexico.